Hi, I want to revisit the 5080 grit diamond stones that we discussed yesterday. I want to thank Bryce for his comment, and it made me realize that I need to revisit this to be clear, to make it clear that I'm not saying the 5080 grit is too aggressive, don't get it. And that seems like what Bryce heard, and he worded it correctly. What point I was trying to make was for the newcomer to let you know that you need to choose a grit appropriately. You just don't choose the starting place, the most coarse grit, because you're starting thinking that you're following a progression and you have to go from the most coarse to the most fine in every instance. That's not the case. With Wicked Edge, the grits are appropriate for the job. It's a sliding scale for the knife maker, the guys that are making knives from flat steel. The 5080 is the most aggressive stone that Wicked Edge offers, and it is 100% needed and appropriate for profiling bevels on a knife you're making. That is the best fixed bevel stone that you can use to shape fixed angle bevel with the Wicked Edge device. If I'm going to create a knife from a flat piece of steel, I need to start coarse and work to finer. For me, sharpening my kitchen knives, there wasn't any need to have a 5080 stone in my arsenal. I bought it, I used it, I enjoyed it, I experienced it, and I sold it on. Now, this time of year, Wicked Edge has a sale. I saw it yesterday. They're offering the 5080 stone at a sale price of under $100. For you guys that need that aggressive a stone, that stone is worth owning and you should buy it. I don't have the need for it. It doesn't mean that that stone shouldn't be used, that it's not appropriate. I just want to make the point that it's not for inadvertent use. It is a purpose stone. It is the most aggressive stone that Wicked Edge offers. It has the deepest cuts because the stones are the largest. The smallest number grit is the largest diamonds. The diamonds are wider apart and they're bigger, so they make a deep trough. It's a sliding scale. The 100, 200 is a tighter groove and a shallower groove. The 400, 600, the same thing, and the 800, 1000. It's a sliding scale, like I said. For me, I've used more 400, 600 stones than any Wicked Edge stone. I probably am on my third 400, 600 because I start with 400, 600. I don't, on a normal basis, when someone brings me a knife that I'm going to sharpen with diamond stones, I usually start with the 400, 600. If I find that it's taking me too much effort and too much time to remove the steel that's necessary to achieve what I'm trying to do, I step down. And if the 200 doesn't work, I step down to the 100. I had used the 5080 just to experience it, but in my sharpening realm, there was very little need for me to have something this aggressive. If you're a sharpener and you're taking in knives from people and you're customizing them and you're thinning them and you're profiling them, making them beautiful polished knives with nice tight edges, you may need to start with this. So don't say, hey, that guy Mark, he says there's no need for it. I wanted to come back and make that clear. There is a place for this aggressive grit in your arsenal if that's what you need. For me, I didn't need it. For you, you may need it. Now I want to move on. I'm gonna close this out, and we're going to go to another video to discuss the hardening aspect that Bryce asked about, and I'm going to try to explain it as I see it. Thanks.